When you find yourself with just 1 or 2 usages of skills or ability left with your Gundam, make sure you are observing the reload timer accordingly. If you only have 1 or 2 left in the tank and you see the reload timer almost full, refrain from using that last ability, since if you use it right there and then, you will have to wait longer for it to completely reload again. In this situation, it is best to just let the reload timer get filled up and let it completely reload that specific ability. It is way more efficient doing this rather than being impatient and using that last single ability in the clip and spending more time waiting for the cooldown to reset again completely. If you would like to farm massive amount of experience in such a short time, then you will need to go to Directory 7B, their place. This area is relatively decent in size as a stage, making it easier to roam around and just farm enemies. There are also a lot of loot boxes that you can easily find and grab while exploring the stage. This specific area does not have a boss towards the end of the stage. Instead, it will be a free-for-all battle with enemy foot soldiers. You are just running out the clock and waiting out the character's dialogue to finish the stage, in which the enemies do not cease to spawn until the conversation ends. So, the more Gundams you destroy means the more experience you get towards the end. When a boss spawns in the area, it will usually end up in the middle of the location. So, make sure you are not in the center of that said area to avoid being targeted by the boss. Players usually head in the middle of an area when bosses appear, making them the target of the boss that spawns. Just make sure you hang out by the edge or the corner of the location when you know the boss is going to spawn. Speaking of bosses, some Gundams are better to fight with depending on the size of the boss Gundam. I said size because some of the bosses are massive in size and will literally tower over you. These specific bosses are harder to reach and could be really annoying to fight with if you are using a melee heavy Gundams. These bosses are easier to be dealt with using a range type Gundams. You can easily dodge their attacks and shoot at a safe distance with using a range type Gundam. Inversely, with regular size bosses, it is easier to use melee type Gundams. Regular size boss Gundams are easier to deal with using melee type Gundams in my opinion. It is easier to fight these bosses with a melee type Gundam so you can keep up with their speed and hand-to-hand combat mechanics. Also, by using melee type Gundams, you can easily just do a melee combo to keep them at bay. Lastly, some bosses are immune to specific types of attacks. Commonly, some bosses are immune to laser type attacks. It can be really difficult to encounter and fight a boss that has immunity to laser type attacks, since almost half of the Gundam that you can play have some sort of laser type attacks. In order to counter this, you will need to equip a part upgrade that lets you convert your type of attack into all physical. You can also equip other type of converts to circumvent this type of problem. It just makes it easier and more universal to just convert your attack to physical so it can be used to any boss types with no problem. These tips and tricks will definitely make you not only stronger but also more efficient when playing in the world of SD Gundam Battle Alliance. Please give a like and do not forget to subscribe for more tutorial and epic videos. As always, please be epic, stay epic, you are epic. This is Luminarch, your source for everything gaming. Thank you very much.